Okay, so I'm Nathan Smith, Tallgrass TV, and we're here with Casey Brown from the movie Gone, Doggy, Gone. So welcome back to Kansas.
Thank you. Yes.
So apparently you're from Lawrence.
I am.
Did you go to school there? Or
I did. I went to Lawrence High School. I'm a Chesty Lion. I don't know if they call it that anymore. Do they?
I'm not joking. I gave up high school
It's
mascot.
kind of inappropriate.
yeah, that's it.
But that's what I was then.
Okay.
And I went to KU. I graduated in theater and film.
Oh,
in KU.
excellent.
Yeah.
If you want to tell the audience here, what roles you had in the film?
I'm a co-writer, co-director, co-actor in the film, along with my writing directing partner Brandon Walter, and all kinds of hats other than that independent filmmakers do, obviously.
Sure.
But you don't need to say all of them.
Right, yes. Let's go to those. Self-catering.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so,
Location scout.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the genesis of the film? Where did the film come from?
The movie's called Gone, Doggy, Gone, and it's about a couple who treats their dog like a baby and then it gets kidnapped. So the dog in the movie is a Yorkshire Terrier, 4-pound little thing, and it's my dog in real life. And her name's Layla. And the idea for the film came from, I had a dog walker named Jill in real life. Jill is also the dog walker in the movie. I have no imagination, clearly. And she used to take Layla everywhere, to the movies, to her waxing appointment, out for lunch with friends, and she'd videotape it and say, Layla's my BFF. And then she kept bringing Layla home later and later, and finally Brandon, my writing partner, was like, what if she just never brings her dog home? So there you have it.
All right, yeah, so wherever you know, I guess, okay.
And then I guess also too, because in LA, a lot of metropolitan cities, people are treating their dogs like babies, using them as starter babies if they don't have kids, or empty nesters are getting dogs to replace the children that left, and pushing them in strollers and carrying them in baby Bjorns and dressing them like babies. And I think it's an interesting modern thing that's happening. Things weren't like that before. Like, you'd consider your dog your friend, right?
Right,
but not your
but
baby.
not your baby, yeah. What was your most challenging moment on set, either pre-production or during production?
Okay, so pre-production was just wondering where we were going to get the money all the time, never knowing and just knowing you're going to do it. That was stressful. During production, there was a day that we had 8.5 pages, and my writing directing partner and I co-star as a couple in the movie. So people told us that would be difficult, like acting in your first feature film that you're directing. But then we also didn't quite get it through our heads how it would be. Let's say you and I are in a scene together, and the camera's over there, right? Who the hell is watching the monitor?
Sure, yeah. Watching playback after every take.
Yeah, and we don't have time to watch playback like Clint Eastwood when he's acting in a movie. There's no time. You're shooting 8 pages.
Yeah. 3
So we try to do a lot of rehearsal to make up for that, but there was a day that was like 8.5 pages that we were both on camera almost all the time, and it just like, at one point I looked at Brandon, who was just standing there like this, and like everyone's asking you questions, and we're just like both want to go in the corner. Like, it's overwhelming the amount of questions you get on set from every department, and just trying to. And that day it was rough. It was rough. We had a lot going on. We were working with a dog.
Sure.
We were acting.
Also difficult.
We had party guests in the scene. That was one of the tough days. And sometimes you like plan all this stuff, and then all of a sudden someone asks you something, and you can't switch because you've just been acting in a scene, so you can't switch to the director brain, and you're just like, I don't know. Like, I cannot remember what I wanted to do here. Yeah, that feeling of fear, like that, with gut-sinking fear, when someone asks you something and you don't know it, like that a couple moments like that, because it's your first film.
Sure. Yeah, well, and 8.5 pages is a pretty rough day to begin with. So yeah, acting and directing on top of that would be crazy.
Yeah.
So what sort of crew size did you guys typically have?
Wow, let me think about this. Probably 13. We were small.
Okay.
We had a lot of actors in our film. A large cast, so that was the bulk of it. But we tried to keep our crew pretty small for locations and things, because sometimes they would charge you more if you had more crew. Or
Did you guys have to have an animal handler, or since it was your dog?
We did have to, because she's 4 pounds, and there's all these people on set. she needed to be taken to the bathroom and, you know, fed and all those things.
That's good.
And I couldn't do that too, so we did have
Dog
to.
walker.
We actually had Jill, the girl that I based this on, she came sometimes and watched the dog.
Did she get jealous?
I made her wear an ankle bracelet.
Oh yeah, that's good. I didn't keep track of her.
Yeah. And we had the Humane Society. We had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
every day.
So what was your favorite moment on set?
Working with the actors, I love it. I love like when actors get to a tough spot and I can, because I'm an actor, that's what I did first before I wrote and directed. And so I can go up and I can just have a conversation with them and help them get to the place they need to get to without feeding it to them, so that it comes from an organic place. And then to walk back to the monitor and have it like, have it come out the way that you envisioned it, and then also see the satisfaction in them when they're done. It's just awesome.
Nice. So how do you feel about acting and directing the same piece in the future? Is it something you're going to
I think I could do it. I think Brandon has said that he probably won't unless it's a smaller role. Yeah, because he had less experience acting than I had prior to. He does an awesome job in the movie, and he's a really good actor, but he hadn't had as much experience, so it wasn't as rote for him to like just the mechanics of all of it. So just like adding that hat on with the directing hat was just really hard. So yeah, we learned a lot about directing together. We had done a sketch comedy show together for 3 years, so we kind of cut our teeth on that. But yeah, as far as working as one team.
Was that on video or was that a live?
Yeah, it's a web series called Mother Approved Comedy.
Oh, okay. So what was the most important lesson you learned while making the film?
Preparation is key. Like we storyboarded and did shot lists for the majority of the film, but we didn't have time to do all of it, so sometimes we were having to do it at the IHOP in the morning, and just adding that on top of everything else. I think having more time for preparation, which we will next time because we'll hopefully have a little bit more money than we did, or take more time off our jobs.
Yeah.
That's tantamount, I think, to making an independent film.
Did you guys take off time from work to shoot
Yeah.
the film? Okay.
We did.
So how long was the shooting schedule?
18 days, and then we did 4 days of reshoots. But then we also edited the film. So, and Brandon's fiance had a baby 2 weeks after we finished shooting. So she was pregnant and emotional the whole time. So he had that too to do.
All right.
And then, you know, he had a new baby, and
Yeah,
having to
too.
come to
Yeah.
we edited at my house in the office, and sometimes he'd be like on the couch. On the couch.
Okay, so it's easier than ever before to make a movie. So what do you think a movie needs to have in order to stand out amidst the increase in
A
film
good
watch?
script. I think a movie has got to have a good script. I think so many people know they can go make a movie now because they have the equipment, but they don't have the script when they start. And I think that's the most important thing. Brandon and I spent a long time writing our scripts and rewriting them, polishing them, running them by people we respect, getting them torn apart by
Sure,
people.
sure.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest. People rush into it.
How long do you think from the genesis of the idea, the beginning of the script, to when you guys said, all right, like we're ready to shoot, let's do this?
6 months. And he and I work about 40 hours a week together on top of our normal
okay.
jobs.
So 6 thorough months then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some inspirational filmmakers for you?
I like psychology. I like in my comedy. I like to explore why people do what they do, and then that's why they're funny. I don't want to just have it be funny. I just think it's so interesting why people do the secret little dirty things they do that are amusing to me, or the motivation behind what they do. So I like Noah Baumbach. I like the Squid and the Whale.
Okay.
Like people that, and that's not comedy, but it's like, I don't know, it's like raw and dirty and like why people do what they do. Wes Anderson, David Lynch, like Martin Scorsese. I got to meet Martin Scorsese because I worked as Leonardo DiCaprio's assistant on The Aviator. A friend abandoned the job halfway through and asked me if I wanted to do it, so I was like, sure.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So in the last scene of The Aviator, I'm actually acting with Leonardo DiCaprio as his mother, like off screen, because the actors couldn't come and do the lines.
Stand
And Martin Scorsese came up to me afterwards and he goes, "You're really an actress, aren't you?" And that was just like, that's awesome.
What was it
Yeah.
like being his assistant? What did you-
Great, he was really nice to me.
Oh, good.
He also said like his happiest day is Halloween because then nobody knows who he is.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
It's good.
Which makes you think about fame, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, scary.
Okay, so what's next for you guys, both with the film and then do you guys have another project lined up after this, or?
Yeah.
Get ready?
I have to leave tomorrow because I'm going to Santa Fe Independent Film Festival. We're showing there, and then we have Napa Valley and Fort Lauderdale. We just acquired distribution through the festival circuit, so that is possible.
Guys, it's good to know that still
I
happens.
guess like 5% of indie films without stars in them actually get distribution, so we feel very, very
Yeah.
blessed with that. So right now, I'm literally working on the deliverables for the film, which is like we have to do most of that ourselves because we don't have money either. Like the continuity script, I have to go through every single, like if you were to go when you're talking, instead of what I wrote in the script, I have to write all that, and then the time code. So it takes me 4 hours to do 10 minutes of the movie. Because it costs $2,000 to have someone do that
Sure.
for closed captioning for the deaf. So that's
Okay.
so that's what I'm doing. And that'll take us through November 5th, and then we're polishing our third draft on the next film we want to do, which is a comedy with horror elements.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and we want to shoot that somewhere in the Midwest. We don't want to shoot in LA again.
I hear Wichita's a good place.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So, yeah, so getting the movie out there. The distributor we have is going to release it on DVD. First they try Walmart, they try Redbox, and then they go to Netflix and all of those. Amazon, iTunes, and then Netflix, and they go in that order.
Okay.
You want to buy the DVD, and then you have to pay for it, and then you have a subscription.
Okay, so you guys still doing digital then?
Yeah,
That's good.
so I'm learning all of this too, like in real time as I'm talking to you.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Well, okay, so you guys did secure distribution, but did you have a game plan for after the film's made? If you guys did the festival circuit and didn't get traditional distribution?
Yes, we would have probably. I researched a lot. I probably would have gone through Distribber, which is a way an independent filmmaker can distribute the film themselves. It probably costs about $5,000 to get it on all the platforms. But you can self-submit through Distribber to Amazon.com, iTunes, Netflix, now even Redbox. They're on board now. So there is a way. The problem with that, which is still a problem with a distributor at the level that we're at without stars, is the advertising.
Yeah.
Getting people to see it, getting it up in the queue in Netflix so it's actually seen. All of that. That's still the
Get your own
problem with the
marketing
indie
done
film.
too, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, is there any more you'd like to add?
No, this festival, Tallgrass is an awesome festival. We're well treated. It's also an environment when you get to talk to people about your project and be inspired by other people, which not all of the film festivals have. They kind of siphon off people into different areas at different levels. So it's a community, which I really appreciate.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming back to
Thanks,
Kansas.
Nathan. Thank you.